In 2026, a bachelor's degree doesn't cost $40,000. It costs $562,000. That number includes tuition, room, books, lost wages, and 2 decades of interest. Most families never see it coming. They look at the sticker price on a university website and think that's the bill. It isn't. The real bill is hiding in plain sight. And by the time you see it, you're already trapped. Here's the contradiction. Your parents probably told you college is the best investment you'll ever make. And statistically, they're right. A degree holder earns more over a lifetime. But here's what they didn't tell you. The average cost of college has more than doubled since the year 2000. In-state public tuition alone now runs $11,950 per year. Private non-profit schools? $45,000. And that's before housing, food, books, or the income you sacrifice by sitting in a classroom instead of a job. The middle class is being squeezed from both sides. Wages haven't kept pace. But the price of the credential required to get ahead keeps climbing. So what do families do? They borrow. 85% of new undergraduates take out loans. But here's the psychological trick. Loans don't feel like spending. They feel like a future problem. A student signs a promissory note at 18. They won't make their first real payment until after graduation. By then, the interest has already started compounding. The average borrower now carries $39,075 in federal debt. Add private loans, and it climbs to $42,673. The standard repayment plan says 10 years. The reality? Most people take 20. And here's the part that should make you pause. 2 million Americans over the age of 62 are still paying off student loans. Some are retirees. Some are grandparents. The debt doesn't retire when you do. The system isn't designed to be fair. It's designed to be opaque. Universities publish a sticker price that almost nobody pays. Then they offer institutional aid that looks like a discount. But the net price, the number that actually matters, varies wildly depending on your family's income, your state of residence, and whether you know which forms to fill out. A private university might list $60,000 per year. After aid, the average student pays $16,910. A public in-state school lists $11,950. After aid, the average student pays $2,300. But here's the catch: if you don't apply for the aid, you don't get it. And millions of families leave money on the table because the paperwork is confusing, the deadlines are buried, and nobody told them the game has rules. Meet someone like you. 18 years old. Middle-class family. Parents make $65,000 combined. They assume a state school is affordable and a private school is too expensive. They skip the FAFSA because they think they won't qualify. They don't apply for work study because it sounds like a distraction. They don't consider community college because it doesn't feel like real college. 4 years later, that student graduates with $38,000 in debt. Monthly payment, $250. For 20 years. Total interest paid, over $22,000. At 30, they're still renting. At 35, they're delaying having kids. At 40, they're wondering if the degree was worth it. This isn't a rare story. It's the median story. Student debt isn't just a young person's problem. It's a generational anchor. Total outstanding student loan debt in the United States hit $1.86 trillion in early 2026. That's more than credit cards. More than auto loans. Second only to mortgages. And the consequences ripple outward. Borrowers with high debt delay buying homes. They delay marriage. They delay starting businesses. They take jobs they hate because the job they want doesn't pay enough to cover the monthly bill. The system doesn't just cost you money. It costs you options. But here's the part most people miss. College doesn't have to be a trap. The system rewards the people who understand it before they enter it. The average net cost of attendance at a public 2-year college is $15,760. At a public 4-year in-state school, it's $21,060. At a private nonprofit, it's $36,460. But here's the hidden truth. For many students at community colleges, grant aid covers the entire cost of tuition. $0 out of pocket for classes. And a student who completes 2 years at a community college and transfers to a 4-year university can cut their total degree cost by 40 to 50%. The same credential. The same diploma. A fraction of the price. The people who survive college without going broke aren't smarter. They just read the fine print. So what do you actually do? First, fill out the FAFSA. Every year. Even if you think your family makes too much. The form is free, and the worst outcome is that you get nothing. The best outcome is thousands of dollars you didn't know existed. Second, treat community college as a strategy, not a backup plan. 2 years at $4,150 per year in tuition, then transfer. You save money, you build a transcript, and you graduate with the same degree as someone who paid 4 years of full price. Third, work during school. Not because you need to suffer, but because every dollar you earn is a dollar you don't borrow. And borrowed dollars cost you twice. Fourth, negotiate your aid package. If a school accepts you, they want you. Call the financial aid office. Explain your situation. Ask for more. The worst they can say is no. College is still worth it for most people. But the way most people do college is financially catastrophic. The $562,000 degree isn't a myth. It's the real cost of doing it wrong. The good news? The system is beatable. But only if you see the game before you play it. The degree on your wall doesn't care where you started. It only cares where you finished. So finish smart. Finish debt-free. And don't let a 4-year decision cost you 40 years of your life.